everyone, welcome back to my video. And how do we start? I want to tell you something about this really good book. It's called Max Helsing and the Beast of the Bone Creek. Is really good. It's a chapter book and it's really good. Now let's start the video. It's gonna talk about holes. The movie. Do you know holes? Well, you're in a treat. So, even happy Halloween, guys. It's Saturday, 31 October. Well, let's start. There was a boy named Stanley Yellnuts, and he got it cursed about his great-great-grandfather named Eliel Yellnuts, and forgot to carry up the mountain. He had to carry a pig single day. And then back to Stanley's story. First time Zero, there was a donation about some shoes. There were red X's on it. So Zero took it, and then once he heard a police alarm, then he gone up a tower and throw the shoes on Stanley's head. So he heard it. Then he ran away with the shoes. Then the police thought, "Did you stole the shoes?" Then Stanley said no. Then they said for his name, Stanley Yellnuts the Fourth. So then they brought him to jail or Camp Green Lake. Like, jail is where they wanted to send him, but he chose Camp Green Lake. And Camp Green Lake was so hot. There was a adult named Mr. Sir. Then Stanley started to laugh. Then he said, "Do you think that's funny?" Then he needed some drink. But no, then there were 5 boys in camp. First was Stanley, the 6th one. Stanley, Zero, X-Ray, Squid, Zigzag, and Squid. They were all called by the nickname, and there were three adults over there. The warden and Mr. Pandansky and Mr. Sir. We already talked about Mr. Sir. And they dig holes every day, 5 feet deep, 5 feet long. So then they have to dig holes one day, and if they found something great, they give it to the warden or Mr. Pandansky or Mr. Sir for having a day off. Stanley found something, and it was a golden lipstick tube. It was actually from Kiss and Kate Barlow, that one we didn't talk. So then he took the day off, and Dr. Pandansky or Mr. Pandansky called the warden and said, "We found something good." And then Stanley gave it to the warden and said, "This is where I found it, in the hole." And then the warden just said, "Give him a snack and give him a day off and something to drink." So he had it. Now here's Kiss and Kate Barlow. Kiss and Kate Barlow was a really, really bad girl. First, she was a really kind teacher called Miss Catherine. Then when Sam died, they kissed him, and a woman saw they were kissing. Then Sam was trying to run away on his boat. The schoolhouse was all on fire. And then Sam got shot and killed in the water. Then inside 20 more years later, then Kiss and Kate Barlow was at Camp Green Lake, but Stanley didn't saw her because she was at the other side of the Camp Green Lake. So then she saw Trout Walker. He's really bad. He's old, but then they were trying to kill him. There was a yellow-spotted lizard. They get a Dilophosaurus Rex. Look at these things, and they kill people. And he bited Kiss and Kate Barlow. Then Kiss and Kate Barlow was laughing and dying because she wanted to die 20 years ago when Sam died. Back to Stanley, because then they found the lipstick tube. We're doing half of the story. And then Zero ran away from camp. He just hit it. This is funny. Actually, he hit it a shovel on Miss Dr. Pendansky, and he fell. And then he ran away from camp. And then there was a new boy at camp. I forgot his name. And then Stanley Yelnats ran away to find Zero. Then Zero was really named Hector Zeroni. Stanley get to teach Zero how to read, and Zero just dig his hole. So then Stanley found him inside a boat. Then it was Kiss and Kate Barlow's boat, and they were drinking something really bad called sploosh. Sploosh, said Zero. That's what I call it. Then Stanley said, "Is this a little bit black?" Then they drank it, and Stanley said, "This is good." And then Zero got sick by drinking the sploosh. And then, then he got sick. Then they had to carry him up the mountain. When he was not sick, he had to carry Stanley up the mountain. The mountain was like a thumb. And then they climbed it. Once when they were shoveling things, they were climbing the things with the shovel so they can dig and find something. Then Stanley was at the top going, but there was a high mountain down, like it was big, and he was about to fall from this cliff, then dead. Then Zero had to carry the real sharp part. You know where we dig that part? He had to carry the sharp part. Then he got up, he got cuts on his hands. Then he was saying, "Ouch." Then Stanley put a stitch on it. Then Stanley said, "Can you dig one more hole?" So Zero did it, and they found the treasure. Then they saw to the warden there were 10 or little bit yellow spotted lizards. So then he gone home, and inside the suitcase, Zero was reading Stanley Yelnats. Warden was saying, "That's not true. He can't read." Then they gone home from a few seconds. Then it started raining because the curse has broken. Then they gone home, and inside of the suitcase there were $25,000. That's it for the video. Bye, and leave us a like and a subscribe. You guys, bye. Dab.